What's up, everybody? Chef GlennB, and I'm back with another garden update. Thought I'd give you guys an update as I harvest this lettuce. So a lot has been going on. As I told you from the very beginning, it was a learning process. So there inherently have been some things that have done well, like as you see this lettuce, and some things that didn't do so well. So as far as the spinach is concerned, you've seen I've had my trials with the spinach. It's bolting. The tomatoes have been some good and some bad. So for quite some time, the tomatoes didn't get the sufficient amount of sun that they needed. And they struggled, really scrawny. But we're getting some sun here the past couple of days. And let's talk about the sun. So we went through about 5 or 6 days of June gloom. If you don't know what that is, it's something that happens on the coast in California, especially in Southern California, where in June and May, we get this marine layer. There can be fog, it can be overcast. Sometimes it burns off, sometimes it doesn't. We went through no sun for about 5 or 6 days, so my garden really struggled. You remember I planted that cucumber. Well, I planted it right at the beginning of the 5 or 6 day stretch. It got powdery mildew, and I had to pull it. The peppers, my 3 pepper plants, suffered from the same thing that tomatoes did, lack of sun. But I'm encouraged by the sunlight that we've been getting and the good growth I've been seeing. I'm having this continuous struggle with those green beans. I just don't know what to do. Again, I'm encouraged with the amount of sunlight that we've been getting. And as you know, the sunlight on my patio is an issue, or a lack of sunlight. But there's green beans on there, but as you can see, I think I've overwatered, and I'm trying to get it, guys. I'm trying to get it. Strawberries aren't doing so bad either. Like I said, we're getting some good sunlight. All right, this is what I got from my lettuce harvest. Pretty good, huh? Got everything cleaned up. And there were a few that went to seed that I had to pull. For the most part, they're all doing pretty good. Now for these carrots, let's see what we got here. Wow. So needless to say, this was a bit underwhelming. What did I do wrong? If you know, please get in the comments and let me know. What did I do wrong with these carrots? This is the best one, huh? I told you that there was powdery mildew in this raised bed. When I emptied it, I realized that there were only 3 drain holes and they were all in the middle. So when I would water, the water would pool towards the other side of the box because my patio was on a slant, so I needed to add drain holes. I added more drain holes along the sides of the box. I'm placing new cucumber plants in this box. I'm using a soil that I don't have to mix. This should be really good for the plants. I decided to plant the cucumbers without using the dividers. Having another raised bed where I know there are only drain holes in the middle of the box, I needed to add drain holes to this box as well. I'm replacing the soil with the 420 mix, and I'm adding a couple of different squash plants. Fast forwarding a few days. As I mentioned earlier, there was powdery mildew in one of the raised beds, where there was also powdery mildew on the kale plants in these planters. I had to clean them thoroughly with bleach. I bought a couple of different mint plants to place in the containers that had been bleached. For my lettuces, I replenished them after removing some that had bolted. This African basil plant is supposed to be a bee magnet. And right on time, there's a bee. I had a couple of spots on my strawberry tower that needed to be filled. I added some Italian oregano. I also planted some cilantro and radish seeds directly in the soil in these 2 windowsill boxes. This bean plant replaces the others that struggled. This is a shishito pepper plant that already has a bunch of little peppers on it. I pulled the struggling sugar snap peas, and it's too hot to try to replant them right now, so I'm going with something different. I'm planting a blueberry bush, and I'm using the azalea and camellia soil because blueberries like the soil to have higher acidity levels. With this box that had the spinach in it, I had to add drain holes to this one as well. And I'm adding 3 bell pepper plants. I've got yellow, red, and green. This is an interesting plant. I've got an okra plant. I've never planted okra. I've never even seen an okra plant. So I replenished the flowers in this pot and added a whole bunch of new flowers to this pot. So this is where we stand in the garden. Let me grab the camera and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's start over here. So all of my lettuces, when you saw them last time, there were some that had bolted. Some were really long, had that single stalk that lets you know that they're bolting. Everything has been refreshed. The metal bin that I had the carrots in, I placed some strawberry plants in them. So I realized that the other strawberry plants that I have don't necessarily, well, there's a mixture in there, and some of them bloom a couple times a year and some bloom once a year, and these bloom a couple of times a year. So I went ahead and planted these. These are ever sweet. You've seen the flowers. Check out my okra plant. Now I'm thinking I probably should have had a couple of plants so that I could harvest a good little bit of okra at one time. But I'm so happy with how well this is doing. I had no idea. And you're aware of the pepper plants, you've seen those. You got some Thai chilies coming in. And we've got some bell peppers starting to peek out here. Of course, we got the strawberry tower and blueberry bush back there. Had a couple of tomato plants back here. So here's a shishito pepper plant. It's got quite a few peppers on it. And then we got the serranos. Last but not least, we got these two bins. So this is a crookneck squash. And if you look really closely, you can see, if you look really closely, you can see the yellow little squash in there. You got here zucchini baby squash, and this is the patty pan. The cucumber plant has got blossoms on it now, and it even has some little tiny cucumbers. I appreciate you all taking the time to watch my video today. If you would, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm Chef Glenn B, and until next time, eat well.